TikTok can be so unfair and diluted at times when it comes to effective communication or communication with transparency or communicating in a way that only you know how to communicate. And Black history is yet a challenging and hard history for some people, not all people, to revisit, to understand, to re examine, to learn from, and to grow. Folks don't want your truth, and yet they want you to receive their truth while you cover up and excuse theirs. They can't take the truth. It's hard for some people to watch how wicked and powerless and greedy and entitled their ancestors were and are. And yet and still, people go to church Sunday after Sunday and hear sermon after sermon and disregard this truth. You will reap what you sow. Amen. And so on Sunday, before the Grammys even started, before any award was presented, who knew that a revisit of Black history was brewing unbeknown to us? Who knew that Kanye West would walk down the red carpet after brushing off Don Lemon because he was focused, and later calling Don Lemon a term that can't be displayed on here, with his wife in his hand, and later expose his beautiful wife, whose name is Bianca, and who just so happens to be white, and who just so happens to resemble his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, naked for millions of Americans at home and children watching to see. And not only them, but the people who were present at the Grammys. Who knew that would happen? Who knew that that would be a revisitation of history? Most people called it abuse. Oh, that's abuse. Oh, that's extortion. Oh, that's exploitation. Oh, what he is doing is pimping her. Oh, what he is doing is showing that he has control over her. She is his possession. Well, let's go back to history. Black history, of course. While many people believe that what Kanye is doing is trafficking and is no different than what P. Diddy has done, and others believe that it is clear abuse. Wow. Really? Well, what do you call it when Black Americans went through it? Was it exploitation then? Because many people do not want to revisit the startling symbolism of this incident to slavery, how our people were kidnapped, how they were taken against their will, how they were put on public display, naked for everyone to see, examine, and sold to work on plantations. Don't nobody want to talk about that, do they? And so if we say something about that in regards to Kanye and Bianca's disturbing behavior at the Grammys on Sunday, then the attitude is to dismiss it, delete it, dilute it, remove it, erase it. You know, that's the attitude when we got something to say about the incident, the picture that we see. When we want to revisit history, that's the attitude. Oh, Bianca's been abused. Oh, he is trafficking her. Oh, he's showing that he has possession of her. Oh, he's doing her wrong. We need to check on her. Really? Do we really need to go back and revisit history and where this started? And if we do, and you see Black men, Black women, and little Black children put on public display and exposed in their birth suit, naked to be sold to plantation owners, what would you call it? I hope you wouldn't call it an audition. No, call it exactly what it is, wrong, and that we will reap what we sow. Now, many Americans call Kanye West a genius, but I want you to know this: God is sovereign, and the harsh reality of what happened at the Grammys became a rendition of the hard and undiluted truth of what happens to many Black Americans every day. This is your Black history. My objective right here is not to offend anyone. If you are offended, I don't know, maybe it's something on the inside of you that just not, you haven't accepted the reality of what has happened or what is happening. I don't know, whatever it is, but that was not my objective. My objective was that we would see the truth, that we would see the truth on display as what it was and what it is. What Kanye West did is nothing new from what slave masters did to their slaves. And this is the honest truth. But a whole lot of people don't want to see it. And they want to whitewash it as abuse, when in actuality, we as Americans, we need to face the truth.